as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live with Turner, so yes.
A pleasant good night, a pleasant good night. Welcome
to the 187th edition of The Best Thing Happening on a Thursday Night, as our good friend Keith Anderson always says. Thank you guys very much for joining us once again. Unfortunately, we're a little bit late tonight. I would like to apologize. That's my fault. I had an appointment that ran a little late. So guys, I apologize, but thank you for your patience. Thank you, Andrew. I am here in a rainy Borough Boom, but we're excited and we are warm and comfortable in the studio, ready to talk everything nationals, individual time trials, national road race coming up this weekend. We have the complete routes for all the different categories, Andrew. We have some an exciting race, the final Guns Thursday race, edition number 200 to review. And we also have another race coming up here in Borough Boom, a circuit race. So we'll talk about all that. But again, thank you guys very much for your patience tonight, and welcome to the show.
Yeah, and also not, I think Roque and Philip Burns and Mr. Wagner took part in a crit race also, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
US. Right,
yeah. So we'll have some results. We didn't get all the information. Unfortunately, the guys didn't get back to us with all the information, but we will we'll get what we get, and we'll report. It's always exciting when our guys get out there and compete on the international scene.
Exactly. We want to welcome all our fans once again. I want to big up Mr. Kevin Logan. I don't eat my food already. Your food is wait outside for you, D. But good night to all our cycling fans in Belize and across the world. But I'll get a special request too. I had somebody tuning in from Africa. And
really?
The guy said, "One corner Belize." He pull up and he showed me my Facebook page, and he asked me, he said, you do it with bikes and that kind of thing. And the man said to communicate, and he said, man, he said, where's Belize? That in the Caribbean. He said, wow. But you never know that we race that much here in Belize now. So we have fans all the way in Africa, D. So
exciting.
So
absolutely.
Our fans there in Africa, good night. Yeah, D. So we're gonna start with
our typical birthday greetings, and
okay.
I'm not sure if anyone unfortunately passed away, but
no, I don't have any.
Well, that's good news.
That's good news. That's good news.
Good news. There is no sad news to report.
We have a special someone who will be on the show in our second segment.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So we have a special guest.
Yeah. Well, I won't say more. I'll wait for that part.
I have an inclination who that might be. A very, very special person as well.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool.
So
yeah.
no more clues.
No more clues. No more clues.
Yeah.
No
Blues
more
Clues is over with.
So let me get into my birthday greetings that I know of. Joel Bolan, who finished third in the cross country some years ago. Joel Bolan celebrated his birthday. I have my sister who celebrated her birthday. Ida Ledina, happy birthday. Mr. Vince Castillo. Vince Castillo, always around cycling, always help with the officiating.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday, Vince. Charles Francisco out of Belmopan. I think he rides with the what the guy's name? The one with the fire pan, I think, again?
Oh, Big Blade Cycling Club. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Happy birthday to Quinton Hamilton's wife. She celebrated her birthday. Sean Cudd also celebrated his birthday. My wife's niece, Stephanie Boyne, celebrated her birthday. So those are the happy birthday greetings I have so far. I got something else I want to say about the last side because I want to let the cattle in the bag, right? So. Yeah. I'll let you say your happy birthday.
I don't have a whole lot. I think Miss Jessica Tun or Mrs. Jessica Tun Rosado.
Okay.
That's is it Anthony Rosado's wife?
Right. You know something, that young lady started right.
She was a cyclist and she was doing well. I think. Yeah. So happy birthday to her. Also, my brother, heavenly birthday to him. His birthday was June 26th. That was yesterday. Dwight Wade, affectionately known as Bill. I believe that's it for birthdays on my end. Let's see, any. We have some upcoming birthdays. Let's see if any will fall. Well, if they're Sunday, we'll get them next week, or is that okay?
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
Sunday could
Well, the great Father Stone, Eldon Hyde.
Okay, Stone Jam.
Stone Jam, he's Sunday, June 29th. Our friend Michelle Ross, Lazama Ross, she is Sunday, June 29th. And her entire family will be celebrating in Jamaica. Sorry, I couldn't make that one. Cameron McFadden, my neighbor, his birthday is on Sunday as well. And I think that's it. The other ones fall into next week.
Yeah, so last Saturday, Mr. Guns held he reached the milestone of 200 races, straight races, and I must say kudos to him. I mean, that's an achievement. I mean, to have 200 races non-stop, get out every Thursday morning, having that race, it's an accomplishment, and I must, ring the bell for him.
Where's your bell?
Right here.
All right.
So Mr. Gon say, really stop, but he's taking a break. Yeah, do some other races, some other small races, but not every weekly Thursday, but he will definitely do, and then help stream some other races held over the country, so many races go on, so help assist streaming some of the races. So Mr. Guns, we want to say thank you for the 200 races you had non-stop. The cyclists appreciate it, we appreciate it, so kudos to you again, sir.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I took part in the last couple of races, especially I wanted to take part in the 200th edition of the Guns Racing Club race, because I think, I definitely think it's a big deal. I know Mr. Guns is a very passionate person, and he's not always gotten it right, but for the majority of those 200 races he has done a fantastic job. He had a huge following, but like I said on that interview, it takes a lot of resources, it takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication, a lot of commitment to be doing that, every week in and out, right? There's a lot of commitment, a lot of resources, a lot of people involved, and at some point it's definitely healthy to take a step back, recharge, and get back into it again. And I think that's exactly what Mr. Guns is going to do. I think he needed to take a little break, a little step back, perhaps reassess the racing club, reassess his process, kind of what he's doing, and then come back better than ever. So it was a pleasure. I did quite a bit of those races, and it was always fun for me. They were very helpful in the fact that I used them as part of my training schedule in order to be consistently strong. So I like getting out there and racing hard for like an hour or so. So we'll definitely miss these races until he decides to restart the program, or someone else will take up the slack. In the meantime, what I've been noticing is that the chief, Santinos Castillo, he has been throwing races as well. And then I have a race coming up too that I'll just throw in there. So I think we'll just fill in the gap and we'll keep the guys active. One of the things that I want to do is, whenever I throw a race, I try to include all the different categories, and I would urge the other organizers of races to include all the other categories. I know sometimes you just want to cater to masters, but definitely, it won't cost that much more to add the elites, and I think we should always be focusing on the younger folks, right? That's where the future is, and the ones that do have the resources, to throw a race like myself and have the network of people that support me, Andrew, I always include the elite guys. We can race by ourselves and have separate races, but I encourage other organizers of races to always include the other categories, the elites and juniors and females as well. So we'll touch on the race coming up that that me and my partners are putting together. That should be a fun event, and it's going to include all the categories as well. But once again, big recognition and kudos to Mr. Israel Gonzalez and his entire team for hitting 200 strong. Like I said, it was a very good thing that you were doing, and I urge you, if you wanted to continue doing that, definitely I'll be out there to race some more of those races. Like I said, perhaps you haven't had it right every single time, but for the majority of those races, it was right and it was the right thing. So definitely wanted to recognize that.
Yes. So we're getting to the result of that last 200th edition, and it was a exciting race. Brandon Catus won back-to-back, by the last two Brandon Catus won. So it was war to the end. So we have you can put it up. So we have the top 10 in first place, Brandon Catus. Second, Henry Morera. Third, D. Wade. All right, so we can start with Brandon Catus riding for Rolling Rebels.
Running
Rebels.
Running Rebels.
Second, Henry Morera rides for Bundle of Joy. D. Wade third for BZ Boys. Devante Bennett, I'm sure who Devante Bennett rides for.
He's on a touch.
On a touch. Alvan Gillett in fifth place. He rides for SPD. Lenar Ogaldes, he rides for River Valley Boys. Seventh, Charles Leslie rides for Elephant Sons. Eighth, Warren Cowie rides for Team Santinos. Richard Santiago back on his bike, finished ninth, he rides on a touch. And running the 10th position is Kenroy Smokes Gladden rides for SPD. And in the individual, so the A's, Brandon Catus first, Henry Morera second, and D. Wade third. In the B, Warren Cowie second, Mr. Willise, so Warren Cowie, Mr. Willise, and Gravel Young rides for Guns. Mr. Willise rides for Team Santinos. So it seems like Warren double dip, because I see in here Mr. Willise double dip because in the C category, Warren Cowie also got on top of the podium. Mr. Willise second, and third was Kenneth Butler. Kenneth Butler ride unattached. So two of the riders double dip, Warren Cowie and Mr. Isaac Willise. So that concludes the results for the Guns 200 edition come to a close. But like we said, he will be back. He's under some individual races, so hope to see him back. And so we move on to the US, where two of our riders, about three riders gone. Mr. Mike Wagner, Mr. Roque Matos, and Mr. Philip Burns. They competed in a race in Utah, I believe.
No.
Utah? Where?
So the race was done in Oregon.
Oh, Oregon. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the best picture, but that's all we get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so Roque finished second in his category. What category? Roque
50 plus.
50 plus.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mr. Burns also finished second in his category with a 40 plus, right?
Yeah. So these guys went to Oregon to compete in a 4 races, 3 day.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 4 races in 3 days. It was a tour, included a couple of road stages, a circuit race, and I'm not sure if there was a time trial in there or not. But in the criterium, Roque did very well. He was second in that race. So there was 3 guys from M&M, Roque Matos. It was Philip Burns, and also Michael Wagner. Those are the 3 guys that competed. Philip Burns was a 40 plus rider. Roque Matos was in a 50 plus category, and so was Michael Wagner. So in that circuit race, Roque did well. The other races we don't have the results of. They didn't send us the results in that. I don't have any results for Mike Wagner as well. However, I understand from Mike Wagner, he provided this, that Philip Burns, he in all 4 stages he was second place.
Oh, okay. No.
So, but the guy that was first was also first in all those stages. So I think that would mean that he would probably be second place overall. So congratulations to Philip Burns. That was great riding, and Roque Matos for placing on the podium there as well. Mike Wagner for representing. So whenever the guys go out, Andrew, and compete outside of Belize, we definitely like to see that, and we'll give them some recognition. So nice job.
Yes, man. And so we move on to the this past weekend. We have the ITT, the National Individual Time Trial, which was held on the Boom Hattieville Road.
Correct.
It's tough to cover the whole TT, but I covered the elite riders, and that race was very. The ride was exciting. I covered the elite. Maybe George, you also flip through the pictures of some of the winners, of course.
Yep, and then we'll go through the entire results, right?
Yeah. The pictures are shown are all winners of their individual categories. So D Wade would give us those information. So D.
Yep. So on June 22nd, right? Was June 22nd? That was Sunday.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Sunday the 22nd, the CFB held their yearly nationals, right? Individual time trial. So it comprised of 2 races and 2 weekends of racing. It would be the 22nd and then also the 29th, which would be this coming Sunday would be the road race. But in the individual time trial, there were obviously different categories and also different distance. So we will start off with the. I'll just give you the results as they came across the wire here from CFB. So the first result we have is the men's elite category, and that was a 20-mile time trial, and that was won in a convincing manner by Corey Williams, representing Miami Blazers, and Corey did that in 42 minutes and 27 seconds.
George, have a Corey picture.
For an average speed of 28.3 miles an hour, Andrew. He was flying.
Well, I mentioned that on the when I did the live, no? The man just like a rocket.
So that's 28 miles an hour for 20 miles. And that includes a very strong headwind once you made the turn around at the 10-mile mark, right?
Right.
So he did a fantastic job. Corey is in super form right now. And I'm going to touch on that in a little bit here, but let me continue with the results. Second in the elite category was Jaivan Gonzalez. Jaivan riding for G-Flow Cycling Team, and he did it in 45 minutes and 29 seconds. A whole 3 minutes and 2 seconds behind Corey was the second place winner. The second place podium, he averaged 26 point, a little bit over 26 miles an hour. In the third place, in the elite category, was Eric Trapp, and Eric's time was 46:48. 4 minutes and 21 seconds behind Corey in third place. In fourth place was Giovanni Lovell. Giovanni riding for Lovell Cycling Club, and his time was 48 minutes, 33 seconds, 6 minutes and 6 seconds behind the first place winner. Hollis Baptist, his time was 48 minutes, 54 seconds, 6 minutes, 27 seconds behind the first place guy, Corey. In seventh place was Joshua Rivas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm sorry. In sixth place was Joshua Rivas, and Joshua rides for They've got him here as G Flow Cycling Team. 54:01 was his time. 11 minutes and 34 seconds behind first place. Gian Lovell, also riding for Lovell Cycling Club, and his time was 54:30, which was 12:03, and in 7th place. 12:03 behind the first place. So that rounded off your entire finishers in the men's elite category. Again, Corey Williams is the individual time trial national champion for Belize for 2025-2026. Jaiven Gonzalez is second. Eric Trapp is third. 4th place, Giovanni Lovell. 5th place, Hollis Baptist. 6th place, Joshua Rivas. And 7th place is Gian Lovell. And I believe these are all the elite guys that actually competed in this category. The others were either under 23 or masters. So for the future, we'd like to encourage, more participants.
I believe that I think that after some of the teams have to invest at least maybe now 1 or 2 time trial bikes. So I think the riders need to ride it at least once a week, because time trial they're a big deal. I mean, you can represent a country, being the time trial champion in your category, and it's a good discipline. It's tough. I mean, when most of the guys hear time trial, boy, they call it the race of truth, and you suffer like crazy. But at the end of the day, when you cross a finishing line and let's say you're the champion of that race, you can pat yourself on the shoulder and feel proud, because it's not easy. But cyclists are warriors and they're tough. So I hope that the cyclists, I know a few of them, but definitely invest in a time trial bike now. And like, Corey spent a whole lot of time. I spoke to him, I interviewed him, and he mentioned, all that goes in. It's not just jumping on a bike 2 days before and feel like you're going to get it. He spent hours and hours and hours in wind tunnel, testing his equipment. You watch a picture, watch a helmet he used, how aerodynamic he was. I spoke to Justin, and Justin said the day before the race, Corey, they check the wind condition, the climate. I mean, everything you have to dial in. Like a recipe. If you want to make a nice cake, you have to make sure of all the ingredients, everything, in perfect order to get a great result. And so he have definitely improved in time trial, and that's no forfeit, because he said he averaged how many? 28 plus miles an hour.
28.3 miles an hour.
Yep, and in our condition, the crosswind where you get through and you turn through the boom road, very tricky. So sometimes I see the speed up to, like one spell I say up to 38 miles an hour, but he caught Derek and Giovanni Lovell almost simultaneously. So Giovanni started a minute in front of Derek, so Derek made a minute up, and Giovanni and Corey come and catch Derek, so he made that minute, and so he made before the halfway point he made 2 minutes up on Giovanni. So that's crazy. That's a good speed.
Yeah, so I read off the time gaps, right? It was 6 minutes on Giovanni.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he made quite a bit. But as you were saying, right? In Belize, we like to make excuses, and we say, we don't time trial. We don't have those races as often. We don't do. But if you're an elite cyclist, guys, I'm going to say this. If you're an elite cyclist, you must. It's very, very necessary that you make time trialing a part of your training. It's a must. And what I've noticed as well, all the top elite guys here in Belize, they do have a time trial bike, or they have access to a time trial bike. Mm-hmm. So the reason why we're not seeing them on a time trial bike is because they just have not invested the time in doing that. So I would encourage you, if you are an elite athlete and you're looking at competing on the international level where there are multiple tours, all these tours will include some type of prologue or time trial racing against the clock, right? So I would encourage you to do that. Corey came last year and he did a very solid time trial. However, he bettered that, so he's better in the 10 mile. So even, you know, he said it. His 10-mile time last year, the distance was 10 miles. This year is 20 miles. But for 10 miles, he was faster this year than last year. So which is saying that he improved on his time trialing, as you indicated. The reason behind that is that I follow all these guys on social media, and I see Corey posting his time trial bikes that he's out there riding it, and I see that quite often. So I'm pretty sure at least once a week he's doing it, and also he's been doing a couple of stage races as well, which includes time trialing. So there's no secret that he did well. There's actually no secret that the guys who did well have been working on it, and I will mention another guy as well. But you know, it's necessary. You know, I'd love to see, you know, our top elite guys spend a little bit more time on their time trial bike. And like I said, you know, you get out there and you start falling in love with it, right? Because the key to being the best you can be is you start working on your weaknesses. Don't focus on your strength. You know you're strong. You're a strong sprinter. You know you're a strong. Maybe you can bridge across the gaps very efficiently. Things like that. The things that you're not good at, those are the things that you need to start working on first. So your weaknesses is what you need to focus on. And then once you do that, just imagine you strengthen the parts that are you're weak at, and then you're already strong at these other parts of cycling. So you just continue working like you've been doing on those, polishing those up, and you will be even that much better with time. So that is what I encourage you guys to do. Everyone that has access to a time trial bike, and you know, being down here in Belize for this long of a time, what I've noticed is that I would say probably all or almost all of the elite athletes, they do have access to a time trial bike. So now what I need you guys to do, I need to challenge you guys to actually put time in on that bike, right? Get on the bike, fall in love with it. You can start off very, you know, short, 3 miles, right? Perfect 3 miles. And when I say perfect 3 miles, you perfect your machine, you get it standardized to UCI compliance and all that. You get your fit, which is very important. Your fit correct. You start getting your gear, like your clothing correct. Because I was noticing guys that was riding in, they didn't have the right helmet, the time trial helmet. They also didn't have the proper shoe covering and stuff like that, right? I saw regular road shoes with aero socks. You want to cover that up, right? Because, you know, talk about marginal gains.
That's our bike.
Those are the little things, you know. Most of them have skin suits, which is good, right? But the little things like invest in a shoe cover, and those are not expensive. You're talking maybe $30 US or some are even less, right? So those little things though, and then you start actually, you know, dressing the part, and then testing these things out, and get out there and enjoy it. Like I said, enjoy that discipline, right? Get out there and you don't have to. I mean, kill yourself when you're first starting. Like I said, 3 miles, 5 miles, 7 miles, 10 miles, and you work your way up to the distance that you'll be riding.
Yeah.
You know, every week. You know, every week you can increase by a mile. You know, 1 mile.
Because you have to try to sustain a certain speed.
Correct.
When you start to drop that at time, for say, well, you know, makes sense.
Exactly.
And then you come back and try to see. Yep.
Correct. Yeah. So, like I said, every week, every other week, you increase by 1 mile, right? And because remember, this is going to be a yearly thing. Every week, you're going to be riding the time trial bike at least once a week, right? So you can even do maybe a monthly thing, because you got 12 months in a year, and if you increase by 2, let's say increase 2 miles every month, right? You'll get to your goal.
Right.
Or a mile, even a mile. You know, you increase a mile. You start off with 5 miles, and then you increase a mile every month.
Well, it's similar to road racing, because when I say similar to road racing, if you start to train for the cross country, you're not going to do 144 the first ride. You start off maybe with the 50 miles and then increase your distance as you go along. Right. So,
yeah.
So
but the thing is just to kind of fall in love with it, right?
Right.
And we as Belizeans, we tend to make the excuse, like I said, oh, there are no races, there are no time trial races, we don't have to do it. But again, just time trialing will help you as well be a better pacer. You know, you'll be able to gauge your efforts more efficiently. So there's a lot of advantages from incorporating time trial efforts in your training program.
Right.
So I encourage you guys to make that be a, you know, just a weekly thing. You know, and hopefully, you know, Andrew, will see more time trial bikes on the road, right? So that's kind of my 2 cents there as far as that is concerned. And again, congratulations to Corey Williams, who is Belize's national individual time trial for 2025-2026. So that takes us to the next category, which would be the men's junior. And in men's junior, we have Keith Enright riding for Valvoline Cycling Team, and he did they did 12 miles, and he did it in 30 minutes flat. Devin Major riding for G-Flow Cycling Team was second. Devin did it in 31 minutes and 24 seconds. So Keith was 30 minutes and Devin was 31 minutes and 24 seconds. The difference was 1 minute and 24 seconds between first and second. Third place went to Ashril Bilal riding for Valvoline Cycling Team. So Valvoline got 1-2 in the individual time trial in the junior category. He was 32, 35, and 2:35 behind the first place winner. In fourth was Jamal Tablada. Fifth place, Jamal rides for Griga Cycling Club. Fifth place was Khalil Gentle, riding for Whatever Boys Cycling Team. Jashan Aldana was next. He was riding for the G-Flow Cycling Team. His time was 33:31 in sixth place. We have Demil Victor Williams riding for Griga Cycling Club. Joseph Lam riding for Rolling Shutters. Joseph was 8th place. Malachi Maivit was 9th. Malachi rides for G-Flow. And Cameron Crawford was 10th in the men's junior category. So we'll move on to the, and again, congratulations to Keith Enright Jr., who is our current junior, male junior individual time trial national champion. Next, we have the men's masters category, Andrew. So this would be your 35 plus masters, right? And a strong ride by Jairo Campos, riding for Whatever Boys Cycling Team. And he did the 20 miles in 47 minutes and 1 second. 47 minutes and 1 second, which I believe was probably the 5th fastest time.
Okay.
Edging out Robert Liam Stewart, riding for, he's an attached, and he's a 50 plus rider. 1 second, Andrew.
1 second.
1 second. 47:02. Very close. I know Liam must be beating up himself. That 1 second.
1 second.
Sprint. If you had sprinted to the finish.
Yeah, well, when I made the campus say it's somewhere between about 3 seconds or so, but I didn't realize it was 1 second. That we'll call.
That's a nail biter.
Nail biter, right?
Yeah. Kent Bob Gabriel, riding for SPD, was 3rd. And 4th was Renan C. Tomatos, riding for M&M Engineering. 5th was Kenroy Smokes Gladden. And 6th place went to Jody Williams, riding for Marie Sharp. So that's your men's elite. Congratulations again to Jairo Campo, who is our men's elite masters individual time trial champion for 2025-2026. Next, we will move to the U23. So men's elite under 23 category. First place winner, Derek Chavarria, riding for G-Flow Cycling Team. And Derek completed his 20 miles in 45 minutes and 50 seconds. Second place was Jalen Briseño, riding for G-Flow Cycling Team as well. And he did it in 48 minutes and 1 second. 2 minutes, 11 seconds behind Derek. Delton Rojas, riding for Rolling Shutters Cycling Team. He was your third under 23 finisher. 49 minutes, 19 seconds. And that was the three guys who was your under 23 participants.
Oh, Javin make it
Javin is a elite.
Oh, elite. Oh,
Yeah, he's
okay.
second elite.
Okay. Elite.
Yeah. So again, congratulations to Derek Chavarria from the G-Flow Cycling Team, and he is your 2025-26 individual time trial national champion. Then we move on to the youth. In the youth category, Ahmad Sherrington, riding for G-Flow Cycling Team, was first. And Ahmad recorded the best time, based on what I'm seeing here. He recorded the best time for the juniors and youth category. His time was 29 minutes, 57 seconds. Keith was 30 minutes flat. So that's a fantastic ride by a youth cyclist. He's what, 13 or 14?
I think he's still
13
He's still
going on 14.
Yeah.
Ahmad Sherrington, fantastic ride. Carmine Smith, riding for Valvoline Cycling Team. He was second in the youth category, 32-23. Third, Johan Choto, riding for Chavarria Cycling Team. Fourth, Patrick Joseph, riding for Chavarria Cycling Team. Fifth, Caleb Ortega, Rolling Shutters. Tian Chi was sixth, riding for Chavarria's cycling team. Jaroy Gladden, riding for Rolling Shutters cycling team. And rounding out the podium, or all the finishers, was Tristan McCoy, Chavarria cycling team, and he was in 8th place. So congratulations to all those guys. Again, Ahmad Sherrington is your 2025-26 individual time trial youth champion.
Wartamp.
Yes. We have the women's elite category, Andrew. This category didn't have a lot of participants, it didn't seem like, perhaps 3. But the individual time trial national champion for 2025 and 2026 is Patricia Chavarria, riding for Chavarria's Cycling Club. And she completed her distance, which was 12 miles, I believe, in 36 minutes and 52 seconds. And Paulita Chavarria, her sister, riding for Chavarria Cycling Club as well. Again, women elite. She completed it a minute 33 seconds slower at 38:25. And rounding off the podium was Natalie Lovell, riding for Lovell Cycling Club. And she did it in 2 minutes 26 seconds behind the first place winner at 39 minutes and 18 seconds. So congratulations to all those folks. Congratulations to Patricia Chavarria, who is your 2025-2026 individual times trial women's national champion. And we have one more category to report on.
I thought it was about the junior youth girls and
correct,
youth girls.
correct. So we have the women junior category. Looks like we only had 2 riders, Miss Irene Baki and Miss Chelsea Gillett. Irene Baki riding for Williams Cycling Development WRD Club, and she completed her time or her distance in 38 minutes and 35 seconds. And Chelsea Gillett completed it in 40 minutes and 16 seconds, which is a minute and 41 seconds behind Irene Baki, who is your 2025-2026 junior individual time trial national champion. And then we'd have the youth, right?
Girls.
Yeah. So we have the women youth category. In this category, looks like we had 3 participants, Andrew. 3 participants. First was Liani Choto, riding for Troyer Treats cycling team. She completed her 12 miles in 38 minutes. Not bad for a youth rider. Caitlin Pinello, riding for Chavaria Cycling Club. She was second. And Kaylee August, riding for Chavaria Cycling Club, was third in the women's youth. Again, Liani Choto, riding for Troyer Treat Cycling Team. Congratulations, she is your youth individual time trial national champion 2025-2026.
And I want to give kudos to the young lady. Her name, her last name, Kaylee August.
Mm-hmm.
That she first ever race, she take part in the first ever race. She come out and ride the roughest race time trial.
Really?
Yes, so kudos to that young lady. I met her in Belmopan when I had the last women race for Mr. Imani's team. So
excellent. Very good. So that's her result for the CFB individual time trial national championships. So I want to congratulate all those winners in all those categories. You guys did a fantastic job. Thank you for coming out, and good luck in representing Belize when you get picked to represent our country.
Yeah, well, like I mentioned again, the TT, rough discipline. There's no if but maybe about that, but definitely like you mentioned that riders have access to TT bike, and we urge them to start to work on it. And exactly what you said, go out, capture a few miles, next ride you push it to only half mile more or next mile, and eventually your workers don't know what the most likely what the distance you do. So you work, record the time, stay valid data, and see where you can make small improvement. You mentioned all about the proper clothing, the booty. Make sure not put on clip-on bars on your bike the day before, because it make no sense. You don't really want to gain nothing from that. So you have to be one. You and the machine have to be one. If maybe Georgian could show the picture with Corey, look at Corey picture. The man that's clean. The position where you have. All right, that's right there. Watch a picture there. Watch your helmet, how sleek. Watch your hand. Everything just like you go into the breeze, and you want to get the least frontal position. So the wind go wrong. Watch your helmet like lay down by back. They're funny looking helmet, but it does play its role. Yeah.
Well, if you're looking at it when he's standing up, it looks like a space age type thing.
Right, yeah,
but on the bike, it looks perfect, right?
Perfect, right.
It's a part of, if you notice, it blends into his shoulder
exactly.
and then off his back. But that's the idea, right? What you call that is marginal gains. The shoe covers, the gloves, the long sleeve skin suit, and obviously the specialized helmet.
Yep.
So it's specialized for, not specialized as in a brand, but specialized for the discipline of time trial. So that's how you guys should look. When one of my things when I was competing, Andrew, and sometimes I get ridiculed a lot, but one of the things that when I was competing, right? If you want to be the best, there's a lot of things that you have to do as the best, right? You have to train as the best. You have to make sure you're training, recovering as the best people do. And then you have to look the part. You have to look the best, right? So you have to invest in those things, right? Obviously, different folks have different means, but do the best you can to look like the best so you can get the best results, right? That's has always been the way I approach athletics. When I was playing basketball, that's how I wanted to. When I get on the court, I wanted to look like an NBA player. When I get on my bike, I want to look like a professional cyclist,
Yep.
right? So I train hard. My body looks right. I'm in shape. Now I got to get the right bike. I got to get the right equipment, because those things you call those marginal gains, right? That's what I encourage our cyclists to do. Like Corey. That's why he's getting the results he's getting. Yeah, there's no difference from the way Corey looked to a world tour
Right.
pro racer, and that's why you see all these pros. They all look the same. They just
Yep.
have different equipment, different sponsors, but they all look the same. The reason why is because these things that they're wearing and using, they translate into performance, marginal gains. That's one of the words that came from Team Sky years back when I was watching cycling. Before even, I don't think I was riding yet, but they always talk about marginal gains and things like clothing, right? Things like nutrition, those kinds of things, modifications to the bike. If you're riding a rough course, perhaps you want to double wrap your handlebar, right? Those are marginal gains, right? You'll be comfortable over a longer period of time. So that's what I encourage you guys to do. Like I said, I saw guys out there racing the time trial, and they didn't, for things that are not that expensive, like everyone should actually have a shoe cover if they plan on doing well in that discipline, right? So again, congratulations to all the winners, Andrew. Nonetheless, we're always proud of the guys who just show up and do these races. They're not easy, but I encourage you again, for our top elite guys, let's focus on preparing, and next year let's get out there and look the part and do the part.
Yeah. And this weekend coming up, it's the National Road Championship for
It is.
all categories, and you have the routing.
Yeah, we do, but I think we should probably
take a break.
Yeah, because
Take a break.
we've been rambling on for a little bit here.
Okay,
so let's jump into break, guys. Again, this break is brought to you by Ordonis Bike Shop. For the best service, best repair and parts, check out Ordonis Bike Shop. And also 3.14 pies, all your lemon pies, your pecan pies, and everything else. Alex Ordonis. We will be back.
This is a Soul Fire production.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Ordonis. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Ordonis. So yes,
say, hear me now. This is a Soul Fire production. Soul Fire production.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live.
Scully.
Welcome back, guys, to the 187th edition of As the Wheels Turn. As you can see in the studio, the missus has decided to join us in the studio because, yes,
By request.
today is a very special day. Well, what we're celebrating today. Right? So we have a special announcement to make. It's a privilege to be here with you folks, and I will say nothing more, and I'll hand the mic over to you.
To me?
Yes.
Yes, like Dewey said, it is a privilege. I was asked to come on the show tonight, and I am happy to do so. You know, it's not all the time that I get this privilege. It's a special time, of course. We are celebrating 41 years of marriage on Monday, and so we want to take this opportunity, or I want to take this opportunity to wish my husband, the Mr. As the Wheels Turns, you know, a happy anniversary in advance. All right? And we'd like to share with you guys. I mean, thank you all for tuning in all these years, for all the 187 on the show. Buy 187 in a pick 3 tonight. Yeah. Yeah, so, happy anniversary, my love. What?
We did that on the camera.
And you've done it before.
So we are toast to that.
Exactly who I am.
Yeah. And I believe you have two other anniversary greetings you want to know.
Yes.
I would love to say happy, and it's my pleasure. Happy anniversary to Gail and David Spence. I was Gail's maid of honor, and I found my plaque today, and it felt good, you know. A lot of good memories there. And also Rick and Carla, happy anniversary to you guys. Yes.
George, you got
Cheers.
your champagne, your wine?
Oh, I got my glass. I can't get up with it. I try to go through the comments, everybody they wish. So, yeah, right, that's all. Appreciate it.
Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us and for allowing me to be a part of this. Thank you very, very much. I know how much love you guys have, so cheers.
Thank you.
I want to put up on spot how I put up in the for 41 years.
Well, like a roller coaster. If you don't hold on good, you will get thrown out. So, I guess I'm in the hold on good. I'm in the hold on good.
So that explains everything. That's how you know if you hold on for the bike. Because you've been holding on for dear life, right?
God first. God first. And He takes care of everything, so.
But with all relationship, with all marriage, you all do have your ups and downs, but the ups always outride and outdo the downs, right? So
really.
you know, I would want to say thank you to my wife, standing by my side all these years. You know, I'm not a perfect guy. I know I made mistakes in my life, but
Who's perfect?
huh?
Who's
I don't think nobody's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, but she stick by my side, and I like to tell her, thank you, I love you, and see the person where, you know, I jump out of my bed earlier, man, so now I hung up with her and jump out of bed, go cover race, and she knows how much I love this sport, and she, you know, always say, Mama, you have a race to go do, and so I want to thank you, and I know the fans want to say a big thank you to you too.
What if I was saying?
In
For better or for worse.
in sickness and weakness and weakness.
Till death do us part.
Yeah.
I guess we're in for the long haul.
All right. So I want to thank you again.
41 years is more than the amount of years that okay.
We live by ourselves.
All right, kind of fair to say. I'm 62, and if I know this man for 41 years, that's more than
Yes.
half of the time I'm alive.
Yes.
So it's been a long time. Hey, wait, another the marriage deed.
Mhm.
And one before the marriage. So I have to add to that.
How old were you guys when you met?
So, I'm a what? Almost 17.
I'm 17.
And then,
Wow.
So that means I had to, I'm a 16. yeah.
Teenage love.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah. Ralna and I met when she was 17. I was 22, a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting, and I know how much family means to you guys. And Miss Debs, I want to say, of course, a happy anniversary to both of you guys. But
Thank
I
you.
want to say thank you for allowing Andrew to do what he does, because I know that's a commitment by itself. Just for the fact that he's leaving a lot on Sundays, and sometimes Saturday and Sundays, and during the week as well. And
And sometimes I get vexed.
of course, we're all human beings, right?
Yeah.
But that shows the amount of love you guys have for each other, and you support what he loves, and he supports what you love, and that's the recipe to a strong marriage, right? So
That's right.
it's been a pleasure.
There is a saying, happy wife, happy life. But I personally believe that it works both ways. So if that's what he likes, then I will support that. I will
Absolutely.
continue to support that.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
So what your favorite word like here? When you're home?
smithereens. But
Hello to my beautiful wife at home.
How you could forget that one?
So when you
it's
go
my favorite word.
Well, sorry, when you go shopping and people hear you, you don't call Mr. Manila.
They call me my beautiful wife. Or sometimes people say, blown to smithereens. And as I say that, I say, okay then. And so I thought wrong,
So now,
it's all good, man.
so now, Miss Debs, you'll have to come up with a new word for Sunday, anniversary word behind the scenes, right? Something.
Yeah, we'll have to come. I'll
Yeah.
let you know.
Especially since Monday is the actual anniversary.
Yeah. I'll let you know.
All right, we're challenging her. So Sunday will be even more special. Excellent.
Yes, man.
Yeah, no, it's been
3
fun.
wonderful children, 3 beautiful, wonderful children. So,
Yeah.
and I have 3 beautiful daughter-in-laws, gorgeous grandchildren. I can't ask for better. So,
More cycling races, huh?
more cycling races. And
shows.
hopefully a couple of the grandchildren will become cyclists.
That'd be nice.
I'm voting for that.
So what has been your since you get to watch the show every Thursday night, and you get to watch these races that your husband is bringing to us, what would you say is the most exciting part of this whole journey for you as you get to share it with your husband?
I'll be honest with you. We look forward to the show on Thursday nights, but I enjoy the races more, of course. There is more excitement there, and I don't know what else to say other than, he does a great job in stirring excitement, like some people say, and people have said it on air. People have texted and say, they burn up their food, they whatever, you understand? And I can understand, because even though I am his wife and I can't say I get used to it, because I still don't get used to it, because there are many times when, I just sit down home and I listen to the race, and then all of a sudden I would have left to go to something, and then I hear text. I have to run back to the phone, right? Or to the TV, because sometimes you have it on the screen, You know, and one of the most enjoyable things for me though is sitting with the family, like with Lex and Reens, and the kids at home, you know, and watching the race, and then everybody excited, oh, Grandpa this, Grandpa that, Tawana. And on Thursday nights, it's the same thing here. You know, I'm outside with Rochelle and the boys, you know, and we're enjoying it, you know. So I just wish Dee and Sher could have been here with the other kids, you know, but yeah. So I think the family time, it kind of brings us together every Thursday night. And most of the time when he's doing races, we're sitting watching the races, you know, together and, you know, enjoying them. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Another question for you. As far as worrying about Andrew on the bike, tell us about that part.
Okay.
I know you don't want to focus on that, but I am sure that has to go through your mind.
Of course it does. Of course it does, all the time. But like I said, I pray to my God. And I just have to keep the faith, you know, and trust that he will take care of him and bring him back, you know, safely home. But it is scary. It is scary. I mean, how many times he say, boy, that me close. And I mean, really like everything you say.
Yeah.
You understand me? And then they're like, your heart go there more. They're like, okay. Oh my goodness, like, okay. And then, you know. Yeah, but it's every time. Every single time he leaves, there is a prayer that goes out and say, you know, bring him safely back. Take care of them. Take care of the cyclists, you know. I mean, let this be a safe journey, period, for everybody, you know.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And she knows that I'm always in good hands. You know, I choose my drivers. You know, Mr. Wilbert Banks, who have passed away yellow. She trusts Wilbert all because Wilbert can drive not only on motorcycle.
Banks was the only person I want to make drive and I want to sleep. I know nobody else drive me no way, and I say, you know, I want to sleep. I know they sleep.
I remember you saying that.
I know they sleep, but Banks was the only person that could drive me, and I felt comfortable to sleep. You know, I had that much faith in him. And where the cycle is concerned now, I have all that faith in Rick now too. I think that Rick is a very careful person. I think he does an excellent job with, you know, with taking care of his cuz here, and so yeah.
Fantastic.
But Rick, I'm not sleep with you yet when you the drive. I don't know if I do that. I want to take. Can I just go on a branch here and say, talking about Banks, and I forgot to tell you. I want to say congratulations to Aria, Banks' daughter. She did exceptionally well in school. She graduated from Standard 6, and she did exceptionally well. She's moving on to high school. All the best,
Ring the bell for her.
Yes.
Amazing.
Please do.
Excellent.
Yes. Yeah. So.
And hey, you can have the mic and you can say whatever you want to say. So if you have anything special to say to the fans tonight, or it's your.
Stay tuned in. That's all I can say. I want to say, Ritz, you know where this come from. Ritz, good night, my dear.
And we also have a special guy who actually a special family, but you know, a special guy who always look out for me every Thursday night. And
oh yeah. Yes, how could I forget, not you? Kev, you're the best. Yeah.
Tell her how to zoom ride.
I think you only make a ride on it one time.
But you
I
said-
don't forget, I need to be refreshed. Only one time. I need to be refreshed, make a good, you know, give a little bit more comments. D-Wade, you are just exceptional, D-Wade. I just can't thank you enough, you know, I mean, for, you know, I mean, being Andrew's co-host and you know, taking this show to another level, no question about it, you understand? So, yeah, and we'll continue plugging in there.
I'm just following the energy that you guys bring. You know, like I said, it's. I look forward to being here as well on Thursday nights. You know, it's part of my life now. It brings it's good energy. You know, I love it when I'm here. I'm received well.
You're a new family.
Exactly. You know, from Rochelle and George opening up their doors and allowing us to have a studio in their house.
And
You
Uncle D.
know, I'm getting to them next. Yes, and as I before I even get inside, Uncle D, you know, that's awesome.
Ask for Violet tonight.
And Andrew and myself, I mean, you can look at the screen, the bald head, the same
Yeah.
frame with glasses, like,
Many
and none of this
times
is planned. You know what's funny too? I'll give you
Twins, twins in.
so listen to this story, I know, right? And
Uh-huh.
this is totally like genuine, organic, the story I'm giving, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm busy today. I had a busy day today. I was doing some work with the vehicles, right? So I had an appointment and it's running a little late. So I'm coming home. My phone died while I'm, getting this stuff done. So the phone died, battery died. So I'm not seeing any texts or anything like that. So usually, we have some text going back and forth in the group chat. Hey, what's our wardrobe tonight? So none of that.
Well,
So I said, hey, look,
Uh-huh.
I'm just lucky I'll make the show. I'm just going to pick a shirt and I'm going to wear it, right? So I get home, I grab the shirt. This is the shirt I grab, right? I grab the shirt. Plug the phone in, Miss Debs. I look at the text. Andrew said, we're wearing white tonight.
Bang, and you don't have one.
I had the white, so
And that's funny because I told I told Rochelle I forgot my white shirt up here,
Mhm.
and I said, Rochelle, I want to need my white shirt for as Will Stearns tonight, right? I said because I was asked to come on the show, And then eventually I come up and I forget but I put on white. I put on white
yes,
too.
yes.
You see?
So we go to the same bar. Obviously, we go to the same eye doctor, right? And now we're going to the same, go shopping at the same place. So I was like, man, whatever Andrew is wearing, I'm just going to wear this. And, it's been one of those days. We all have one of those days, right?
Yes.
But when I saw the text,
But you're in sync.
yeah, when I
obviously.
saw the text, white, okay, it is
Yeah.
white then. So that works out good.
You're in sync.
But no, like I was saying,
Yes,
it's
yes.
fun. This is fun, and hopefully our relationship on the set translate over to the viewers, and they can see how well we get along. And I wish the best for Andrew and his family, and I'm here to support whatever he's doing. Right, this is his show. This is his passion. I have my place, and I'm bringing what I bring to the action. Right, but I see how passionate he's about this, and that's why I am passionate as well. I am more about supporting the vision and what he's trying to do. And the thing is that when you do things out of love, and that's what Andrew does. What he does
Yes,
is
sure
love. He's never asking about money or how this will be. Like, he's just doing this, and this is what he loves to do, right? Like, honestly, I don't know who else would be doing this for this long. And just the commitment. The
Yeah.
commitment it takes. I am the co-host. I live a minute away, right? And it's a commitment for me to be here. Andrew lives 26 miles away, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, luckily I can set my own schedule, Ms. Debs. But he has a whole business he's running. Not only that, he has people calling him constantly, because I know how the bike business is and when you need your stuff in. And still be able to be here
Find the time to come.
and not missing a show or not saying,
Rain or
yeah,
shine.
not saying, D-Wade, can you handle this, right, tonight? So for me, unless I'm traveling or I'm taking time off, I'll be here because of that commitment, right? I know how important it is to him.
He is D-Wade, because I remember him not feeling well and I say, Donis, but D-Wade can handle the show. He said, I know D-Wade can handle the show. I said, if you don't feel good, you don't feel good, right? Next thing I know, this man get dressed. I said, I think you're not going to the show. He said, no man, I feel better. I'll take 2 pills. But I said,
Yeah.
Debbie, but out.
But I mean, it's good. Like I said, the energy, we feed off each other, and he calls me during the day or whenever. Hey, take care of this, and I'm willing to do that because I understand. Understand the whole what's going on. I was like, Donis, I got it. Don't worry about it because I know he's got other things he's doing. Right? Got it.
Right.
I got it. Let's do this. Let's do that. Right? So I think we've put together. Obviously, it's just not me, just me and him. It's you. It's Rochelle. It's George. It's Lex. It's
June.
Yes, sure.
Sister-in-law.
Oh.
the one that was on the show.
Okay, yes, I remember her, yeah.
Yeah, but whenever you're doing, whenever you're doing things the right way and you're successful at what you're doing, there are a lot of people behind the scenes, right? And I never forget that. It's never just, you know,
Yeah,
Andrew is definitely the face of this show, you know, and I'm the co-host.
But the support.
But there's a lot,
behind,
yeah. There's a lot that goes on behind this,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah. you know, D-Wade, what you're saying that I'm just going to add a little bit, and I have to give a whole lot of credit though to Georgian.
absolutely.
Man, I mean, you know, he used to have help, he does now and again, but he mans this himself. I mean, every single picture, every single wording, whatever, I think he does an exceptional job.
Absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
So I have to give him kudos.
Yeah.
Cheers, yeah, cheers to you, honey.
Yeah, no, like I said, I mean, it's a huge commitment, and I think our viewers and our audience and our supporters, they do appreciate it
They
because
do.
they do
Yes.
understand what it takes to bring this production.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, that the guy from Africa got in touch with me and he communicated with me and say someday I wish, but I can't believe that, you know, we touch people on the other side of the world. So.
Absolutely. Well, the thing is that when you're doing it from the heart, Andrew, and the passion that you're doing it with, it's natural, you know.
And it's, yeah, and it's changing I have a picture with that I took with Phil Liggett. I still have the picture, right? I met him in 2005 at Las Vegas at the bike show, and I also Bob Roll, who was a commentator too, but at that time I had no
interest,
well, not interest, but didn't realize
No, to commentate. Yeah.
Never had that in me. Understand?
That this
Yeah.
thing would
Imagine
come.
now I commentate.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And yeah, you're very good at what you're doing, and like I said, I want to see you in all these big races and get your spot that you need to, like the person on the bike. That's your thing. You're not a studio guy. You're not that.
No.
You are the person on the
the
bike in the heart of the action.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
where, because see what people understand, right? Okay, yeah, let's do this and let's do that. If it's not broken, don't try to change it. Don't try to fix it, because that's where, when you're in that environment and that arena, that's where that fire comes from.
Exactly.
And those things that you're saying, like right off the top of your head, that's the excitement that the fans love, you know? And none of us cannot do that, you know? I may be good in front of the camera, but if I go there, that's a different person that needs to do that, right? So we need to recognize you for doing what you do and enhancing that. How do we enhance that, right? How do we enhance that experience? You know, whether it's maybe better camera for you or a better mic, but not to change you from what you're doing. So we want to make sure that we enhance that. Because the other thing I was going to say, in addition to that, there's a lot of live streamers going on right now. Every race and every event and every country has live streaming. You are one of the best to do it. And I mean, worldwide.
I will
Right.
agree with you with that, D-Wade. Actually, I've looked at a few of the races with him at home, and you can see the races going on, and absolutely no commentating. And again, just like you said, there are some that you know, you see the commentators, and honestly, Andrew does a better job than
No, I'm
you know.
look,
So
I'm telling you, I'm a cyclist, and I'm watching it from that perspective as well. And you do a heck of a job. One of the things I'm going to point out something here. I know we've been going on for a little while, but I'll point out something, and you do this consistently, and people understand how difficult it is to do this, and the amount of experience it takes to do this. One of the last races that Heno won, right? Watching the race, majority of people, they don't even understand what's happening, like what's exactly. And you said Heno was off the bat, and he's like, as soon as Heno catches these guys, he's gonna attack now. You remember saying that?
Yep.
And that was
He got
maybe
caught.
by Floa Mill or something, right?
yeah, that's true.
And literally, he gets there, bang, and go win the race.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you didn't
He called it.
say, see what I said, or none of that. You just that's part of it, you know, that's what happened.
Exactly.
And I'm like, man, yeah, you know, because I'm thinking the same thing from a cyclist perspective, but you're on the cycle the entire race, this is the end of the race, and you're still in that moment to understand that that's what's going to happen. And you watch the majority of these live streamers, and they're not capable of doing that. That's a unique talent, right? So that's what I appreciate about what you do. And I want to, like I said, I think you know, the federation, if they're listening, I want them to make sure whatever credentials or certifications that you need as the live streamer, they need to make that happen so the audience can get the best possible experience, right? So that's my 2 cents on that. But you do a fantastic job, Andrew. Ms. Debs, thank you very much for putting up with everything you have to put up with to allow him to be out here
That's
doing
all right.
what
Yes,
you love
you can
to
take me
do.
to a new level, and you know,
Absolutely.
I mean, it's all positive, you know. I mean, like I said, people said that they could not enjoy their races like they are doing now. So
Yeah.
I know that he has taken that to that level, and I will definitely not interfere with that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't stop that.
But not only that, thank you for enjoying it as well, and
Yes,
for
thank
being a
you.
part of this. You know, because you're as much a part of the show as as any of us. So, yeah, that's it's amazing, and thank you for allowing me to share your special
Thank you, Dee.
special occasion with you.
Your family. Like I
Cheers.
said. Cheers. Donis. Cheers, George.
Yeah, George.
Cheers, George.
Cheers to you fans.
Yes, the best fans. We have the best fans and the best
Yes,
supporters, by the way.
right.
Yes, I agree.
And this show, guys, you know, I'm gonna boast a little bit, but this show is very popular. Like really, I mean, I'm traveling across Belize, and people are, yeah, nice job, man, you and Donis doing on the show, or like, hey, I'm watching the show, and like, you know, I one of the things that I always, Miss Debs and Donis, one of the things that I always do, and our fans will attest to this. Whenever they say that, I say thank you.
Thank you.
I said-
Because then you know you're doing
Yes.
a good job, and you know that you're touching. Yeah.
And not only that, you know,
Uh-huh.
I'm sensible to understand that without them, there's no show.
There's no show.
So
Exactly.
it is, we owe everything to them,
Uh-huh.
right?
I want to say one more thing before I leave. I want to say good night to two very special people up in Corozal. Grants, Auntie Bella, good night. Thanks for tuning in. Andrew's mom and his aunt started watching the show a couple weeks ago, and so now they're tuned in every Thursday
Oh,
night.
wow.
They're tuned in, so you
Excellent.
know.
No, we have a lot. We have a lot
Yes.
of fans. You know, we have the whole you know, the whole Chicago people that are tuning in, like June tuning in, Tracy, Ralna is every week.
Kirsten.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a special good night.
Nigel.
Yeah.
Yeah. a whole lot of- yeah.
A special good night to Miss Rita as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Recovering a little bit from.
Yes, I checked in with her before we were just on our way here, and
Yes.
she was doing good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
and thank you, Miss Reeds, for
Yeah.
always coming through for us as well for
Yeah.
for the package. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
We don't
Miss
say
Philip,
good.
and,
Oh, yes,
Holiday.
they,
yeah,
um,
all those people out there tuned in.
Somebody said the short and about first say the short and about the family say no something bad about Mr. Donis guys they want beaten up. In fact, you know, the
Yeah.
friend always tell me say Donis if they say anything bad about you people will beat you up. Yeah, and so they say they'll fight for you.
Well, Donis, guess what?
Uh,
They'll beat us up if we don't get to this.
yes, so
Yeah.
So, Miss Debs, yes.
Miss Debs under the prize tonight.
Right.
Miss Debs, first and
I
foremost,
don't
thank you
know
very much,
glasses.
Mr.
I don't bring my glasses.
Elston.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elston Wade Jr., for giving us these questions every week. We appreciate it very much. Hopefully, you're having a nice evening and enjoying the show tonight from Birmingham Landing.
All right, I think I was sleeping.
And let me tell
So-
you guys, the person who giving the prize tonight is Debbie's cousin,
Glenn Ford.
Mr. Glenn Ford,
Checks.
Mr. Glenn Ford and Miss
And
the wife
his wife.
Margarita. Wait, tell me.
Margaret.
Margaret. I have it written on the paper today
Okay.
because I don't want to get it wrong.
Can I refill your glass?
Oh,
See,
you
so-
get me drunk. That's good. Thank
Donis.
you.
Sorry, Margaret. Yeah, right now.
Glenn Ford and Margaret.
Yeah, So then give the whole all the prize tonight.
Again, we don't encourage the use of alcohol on this show, right? So
This is an unusual.
this is just a special
Special
occasion.
occasion.
Okay. So you want me to read the questions?
Yep, it's your.
All right. So the first question says, name the cyclist who won the first road race in National Road Championships. What year was it?
Oh wow!
I'll repeat. Name the cyclist who won the first road race in National Road Championships. What year was it?
And when a nice, beautiful screwdriver set.
Hubie, we'll get to that. We have a couple of races, so we'll discuss the nationals. So the show will go a little bit longer since we started 10 minutes late.
Yeah, so I get this beautiful screwdriver set, not too much. Nice
Oh,
screwdriver.
nice.
Yes,
Why?
he gave me a set for myself, and man, I love it. I open it, and this is nice quality.
Yes. Awesome.
So big up, Mr. Glenn and Miss Margaret.
Excellent.
And I watch all the shows, and I watch all the races.
Oh, man. And who are they again?
My cousin.
Your cousins
Yeah.
in Curacao.
No,
no.
they live in New York.
New York.
They
Okay.
live in New York,
But
but
I think
they're here.
they're here right now. They're
Yeah,
here right
okay.
They visit a lot now. So,
Excellent.
The two-part answer.
Yes. They have to name the cyclist who won the first road race in National Road Championships and what year was it?
now. I have to squint my eye. Okay.
I'm gonna start to make the font bigger for you.
Huh?
I'm gonna start to bring it to a bigger font.
Mhm.
That's what I'm
I get it on my phone, so I can always
Oh,
zoom
okay.
it.
Okay.
So guys, while we're waiting for that question, we'll talk about a couple of races in between real quickly while we're waiting for that answer.
Winner.
So guys, the CFB is having their national road race on Sunday, Andrew, which you will be,
Live streaming.
yes, on the motorcycle.
Yep.
Excellent, excellent. So we'll be looking at the, there'll be elite category, juniors, women, and masters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the elite category, well, everyone starts from Roaring Creek, Garbutt's gas station, and the elite category will do a loop in the Mountain Pine Ridge Road,
Okay.
and then they will they'll do two of those. Is that correct?
No, this is what I understand. I'm not sure because the same thing as I understand that they will head to San Ignacio and use the cross country road where they turn Panello Loma Boulevard, they come over the Hawksville Bridge, they come back to Georgeville,
Mhm.
make the right, and then go through the road and then
Come
out
back and finish.
And then come and
Excellent,
finish at
excellent,
Yep,
excellent.
170
Okay.
miles.
Very good.
And that's for the elite.
That's for the elite.
Because
That's the elite category, and that
Elite category.
starts, yep, Miss Debs, and that starts at 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Okay.
The juniors are next up, and they start at 8:05. What's the junior route?
I think the junior is the straight. You head up
To Georgeville?
and you make a left at Georgeville onto the Mountain Pine Ridge Road.
San
come out and
Antonio?
head back and head
San
back.
Antonio Loop, and then circle back. Okay, so that's 8:05. Then the Masters 40, 50, 60 plus, which I'll be in. That starts at 8:15 a.m. And we will be doing Garbutt's gas station in Roaring Creek, Santa Elena, Loma Luz Boulevard, do the cross country route over the Hawksworth Bridge, and return back to Garbutt's
Okay.
in Roaring Creek. That's for some 50-ish miles.
Okay.
All right, so, and that starts at 8:15. The women, they're doing the starts at 8:30, and I believe they're doing the same route that we're doing.
Okay.
Says sign-in closes 10 minutes before the start time. We will advise when the timing chips will be issued. There will be a technical meeting tomorrow, Friday, 7 p.m. That will be virtual. So today is the deadline for registering.
Okay. So we don't have a start list, right? We don't have a start.
Well, yeah, so the start list would probably be after registration is closed.
Okay.
Yeah, because I still have to register, by the way,
Okay.
me and my teammate. But guys, good luck to all the participants.
Yes.
No winners yet? No winner yet? Man.
Really?
That tough win, yeah.
You wanna move to-
No, you can't.
Huh?
You get in here?
Someone.
You
Yeah.
got winner? All right.
Victoria, Miss Vicky.
Yes.
Okay.
Good night, Miss Vic.
Thank you.
George tuning in.
How is George doing?
Yes, that is sweet.
George is doing excellent. George stopped by the shop. George said, when he recover, he can help me at the shop.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah. George, I'd like to invite you to Boom. Next Sunday, not this Sunday, but we're having a circuit race.
Okay.
So George and Miss Vicky, you guys come to Boom, and I'll have a nice chair so you can sit and relax and watch some racing.
All
You
right.
might enjoy that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, that'll be
Definitely.
fun. So George,
George, and one of the other people, one of the few people I could say cycling run in a blood.
The whole family.
The whole family, yeah, but George, you know.
so yeah, George,
Yeah.
personal invitation. Second question,
Yeah.
please.
All right, question number 2. Name the first cyclist to win both the road race and the time trial in the National Road Championships in the same year. And what year was it?
You know, win cash, $20.
So a double champion, ITT and road in the same year, no?
Yeah.
Also been given by
Name
Mr.
the first cyclist to win both the road race and the time trial in the National Road Championships in the same year, and what year was it?
And you will win $20. Again, coaches there of Mr. Glenn Ford Jex and Miss Margarita Jex.
So guys, this has been done again, but it's the first. We're looking for the first.
First.
Yeah. So George, can we, in the meantime, can we put up that poster that I shared with you?
Poster?
Yeah, on the race on the 6th, July 6th, the Boom Circuit. Yep. So here we go, guys. There's a race that my partners and I. So we have BTB, Anthony Mahler, Chris Gillett, and Evan Tillett are helping me with this race. It's the Boom Circuit. So recently, these guys did a fantastic job and completed the road here in Boom. Right, as you remember, it was terrible. And they built a new road, so I'm gonna be showcasing that road and doing a circuit race. And it's gonna be like a community event, get the people out to watch some of their favorite cyclists. So it's Sunday, July 6th. Andrew Adonis, of course, will be your live streamer. He didn't know yet, but he's been volunteer.
And if you don't committed to me for July 6th.
Okay,
so
okay.
not true.
I was gonna say,
I'm kidding.
no,
I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, so I guess both of you guys gonna be there then.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'm volunteering you. I'm nominating you.
Well, by the time I hear that, it's not, that's not a second, no second.
No secret, right?
Yeah.
Of course. So yeah, so we're having this race, and Andrew, like I spoke about, like I mentioned, right? We're doing elite category, the master, junior, female. So all the categories that are represented will have nice trophies too. I believe in trophies. I like trophies. Because yeah, you could look back and then like hey, I won something, especially old guys like me. But yeah, so we'll have trophies. There'll be 3 deep in all the categories, except the elite. The elite categories we're thinking 5 to 10, because then some of the younger guys will not be able to ride masters. So we'll do the masters by the age group, 40, 50, 60. So the guys that are not 40 yet, the 30s, and they will be riding with the elite. However, there are more prizes in the elite. So, you can definitely get one of those, maybe 10 prizes. I'll try to do 10 deep in the elite category. That way, everyone at least have an opportunity to win. And the race is it's a fun race. It's just going to be laps on the circuit. The laps are about 3.5 miles. So it's about 35 miles in the elite, so not very long. 35 miles elite. It'll be roughly 25 to 27 miles for the masters, and then the juniors will be doing roughly 20 miles. Females 3 laps, roughly 15 miles.
That's nice, man.
Yeah.
Get the community to come out and
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
That's the first in Boom, Joe.
That is the
It's the
first.
first.
It is the first in Boom. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, we know.
All right.
Oh,
No? Uh-oh.
Pass along.
And then what we'll do, we'll start the race at Castleton.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then people have food and stuff out there. So after the
Okay.
race, you can get a little lunch or whatever. And
Okay.
each race will run individually, so you can actually enjoy the race. So we'll have 8
Nice.
o'clock. All the races are roughly an hour, except the elite race probably an hour and a half. But tip about an hour,
Starting at what time?
8 a.m.
8 o'clock.
So there'll be a race at 8. We'll start, the first race will start off with the female at 8. Then 9 will be the juniors. And then at 10.
it, but that person really double dip.
Shout-
See if Vicky can get the answer.
Shout out.
Put it-
Yeah.
okay,
It's
shut
a-
up, right?
Can't double the gap, Vic. Sorry.
Mr. Linares, you have about 3 prizes bike shop will for you. Please come for that.
Wow.
Now you have cash, cause if you don't come with cash, where you buy ice cream, right?
Cash expires in 1 week. Everything else you can.
All right. So moving on to question number 3. Name the female cyclist who won the most national road championships races. How many races did she win in each discipline?
Wow.
So you name the female cyclist who won the most national road championships races, and how many races did she win in each discipline?
So she's the winningest.
Yeah, like that.
Winningest. The winningest female cyclist in the history of the road nationals, Miss
The
Debs.
national, yeah.
Wow. That's amazing, though, isn't it?
It sure is, yeah, because watch our number.
Yeah, but not only that.
Wow.
Yes, but then you have, crazy.
Wow.
Impressive.
Impressive.
So
That's a level of consistency, you know. And then not only that, you have some good. You have
How
some.
much answer is a 3-part or does some 2-part?
Okay, so name the female cyclist who won the most, right? National road championship races. How many races did she win in each discipline? So,
So we need to name how many road nationals they have and how many time trial nationals they have.
So because it's a tough question, you win a beautiful tape and you also win $20 from Mr. Linford and Margaret
Nice.
Jakes.
And I don't know. Andrew might even throw in some powder bun.
Why?
answer for the first question, by the way, I guess.
So yeah, that's amazing because imagine there's a lot of great women during that time too.
yes.
Right?
She-
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You winner?
Wow.
Wow. Wow, yes.
Yes, congratulations.
Oh,
Yeah, the next
congrats, Mo.
you pick up your knights and
And I
nice.
know you could use this, boy.
Yes, and nice. Alright, a nice 25-foot.
So big congratulations to Mrs. Shalini Zabani Troyer. 8 road races and 5 individual time trials.
Yeah.
I'm always amazed by riders who are so consistent over a long period of time, Andrew, because I know, ever since I started riding a bicycle, 2012, I can probably count the number of weeks that I have not ridden at least 4 times for the week, ridden my bike. And I take a lot of pride in that, the consistency. And I'm obviously not competing at that high level.
At that level,
But
but still the
to-
dedication.
yes.
Yeah.
So I
discipline.
I admire
I love
that,
it.
not only to be disciplined, but to be winning
To be
consistently.
winning, yeah.
And there's some serious cyclists during her time as well. And after her time, there's some serious cyclists as well that who have not repeated.
What she have done now.
And look at what else then said.
We're going to work consecutive. Whoa.
So 8 years in a row and
Wow.
5 years in a row.
Yeah, consecutive.
That's
it.
amazing,
That's-
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's ring the bell one
That's
more
a
time
wow.
This
for
one after.
Shalini.
That's a wow. Yeah.
That's and it shows that both Shalini and her husband, they're just very humble, great people, and you wouldn't think they had this type of accomplishment, right? So yeah, congratulations. Yeah, and Roger is also
Alright, thanks, thanks Henry.
thank you, Henry, appreciate that.
All right.
And Roger is also a national champion as well.
Okay.
Yeah, road champion, I believe. Yeah. Sorry, I missed Debs.
That's all right. And last but not least, Bolido.
You win cash.
Okay, just
You win cash. You win $20. And all the prize, like I said, tonight is given by Mr. Glenn
For Jax and his wife, Margaret.
Jakes.
Bolido, pick a number between 25 and 50.
So he was saying Shalini was great in many other sports disciplines. Guy think he plays
Yeah, because
ball,
and
football,
she did. I remember her doing that.
triathlon.
Yeah, where you swim and ride and
Triathlon.
Triathlon, yeah. Three, yeah. Yeah, I remember her doing that too, for sure.
I feel like some people might put.
Hey, George.
Yeah.
Can you throw that flyer up, George? I just sent you. Thank you. After the burrito. Woo, nice. Karen Budram.
We couldn't afford the one that would have been a giveaway.
Budran, Mike Manley, brother-in-law, I believe.
Budram.
He, you know, I don't think he competed on no big races yet, but he may get a bike for the short run about the family, and he's in training. So
Excellent.
Mr.
Excellent.
Budran, I hope you're right, you know. All right. Well, congratulations to all the winners.
Yep. So again, we'll touch on that race again very quickly, Andrew. Since we don't have a lot of time for the race, you know, it's kind of a last minute thing. But this year we're not going to do the Bernie Swade cycling race.
Okay.
We are still going to do the Bernie Swade back to school drive. So that is still happening in August for the kids in the River Valley. So what I've decided this year, and we've decided as a team, is to focus on the kids, right? Let our efforts. Yeah. Let our efforts. You know, it's been a very challenging year, Andrew, with you know, with a lot of stuff going on in Belize, obviously, you know, inflation and everything else. So I decided to focus my efforts on the children more, the kids, and maybe put more of that money that we collect every year towards backpacks and school supplies. So we will still be doing that. I'll be partnering with the area representative to do that, the back to school drive, and that's going to be in August as well. It's going to be a similar thing, like a family type event where we'll have food and beverages. Of course, non-alcoholic beverages this time around because it's obviously around the kids. But we'll have food. People from the community is going to come out and provide food and so forth. So it'll be still a fun event that you know, other cyclists and the whole cycling community can also support. But we're not going to do the race because I think in the past, you know, we've funneled too much of that finance towards the racing and not to where it needs to go. So I think I'm refocusing that. But I'm still doing a race, right? So we're still going to do a race, which is this race here, the 6th. So this race is replacing.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So we're still doing the 2 events. And then it gives also Ms. Debs and Andrew gives me an opportunity to bring it to Burrell Boom. So I'm gonna cover 2 places. So I was raised in Birmingham Landing, and I'll do the back to school there. And then I live in Burrell Boom, and I'll do the racing. So we'll still have something for the cyclists, and it's gonna be a fun race. Like I said, you know, decent enough prizes. We're thinking maybe you know, up to $300 for first place, depending on how it goes.
Along with a trophy.
Along with a trophy.
Wonderful.
Absolutely,
Wonderful.
absolutely, yeah. And you'll still be able to come out, and like I said, there'll be foods and drink at Castleton. So after the race, we can hang out for a little bit. So I think that's the route I want to go. I think moving forward, I think we wanna maybe do more for younger people, and maybe channel more of that finances that all our wonderful donors donate every year towards that cause.
Great initiative.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's the flyer again. Ralna made me a beautiful flyer there in last minute, and we're throwing that up. So thanks guys in advance for the support. That's my WhatsApp number. You guys can WhatsApp me for registration. It's $20 for the registration. All the proceeds are going directly back into the race. We're gonna have a nice course. It's gonna be a closed course for the most part. The backside of it completely closed, so traffic is gonna go through the Boom Road, Hattieville Road, instead of like the Boom Bridge. So we're gonna close that off completely, so it's gonna be fun and cyclists can use the entire road. We know how much we like to attack on the wrong side, right? So that's what's going on. We'll start blasting it out tomorrow. We just launched the flyer today, so that's what we have. If you guys want to support in any which way, volunteer or anything, reach out to me. and we will coordinate that. I know cyclists will ask this for sure. There are some potholes, and there is a spot where culvert was replaced. That will be taken care of. Chris already told me to send him pictures, and Chris Gillett, he's the one that's responsible for the road maintenance up here. So everything will be done first and foremost for the safety of our riders. I will make sure,
Excellent.
I'll make sure that that turn, the first turn is swept completely, and we'll have barriers there as well. So it'll be a fun race. I'm excited actually.
Excellent. Yeah.
And-
You
yeah.
should be, Dee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a little spot designated too for people to watch it.
All right.
So you can come there and you can set up, and you guys can watch races, and that's why I'm inviting George. I want to see George at this race. George and Miss Vicky, let's come out and support and have a little fun. I know how much you love cycling, and I'll have a special little section for you guys to sit and enjoy the race.
Yes, folks. So, man, the night gone by quick. So,
And I gave back our viewers the
yeah.
10 minutes I was late.
Did it? Yes.
You see how committed we are.
So, in closing, your final words, my beautiful wife.
You think I should have answered, Dee?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a pleasure being on this show. Like I said, I think it's just an excellent, it's a great show. People enjoy it. It goes hand in hand with the live streaming. I just want to say thank you all for all the support that you've shown my husband and Dee throughout this entire time. Yeah, and keep tuning in, guys. Yeah.
Well said. Short and sweet.
Excellent. Well, again, I think my closing statement is always the same. It's always about gratitude, unless when I'm ranting about something. But it's always about gratitude because, it's a difficult thing as human beings. It's really a difficult thing to show love and kindness. It's not natural, right? To just show love and kindness. And with this family, that is what I receive, love and kindness. I can give so many examples. Miss Debs, hey, you want something special to eat? Because they know my diet. And she has made many special meals, just for me. Donuts called, Dee, we want to eat, special things like that. George and, like I said, George and Rochelle opening up their doors, and Lex and Rena like, yo, Dee, I got you a pie, bro. Like the birthday, not one pie, 2 pies. So. The grandkids, they're always so excited to see me, Uncle D, they're all Uncle D, and it's funny, I'm at the farm, and Lex son is like, Uncle D, can I do this and can I do that, and it's so polite, and they show so much respect, and those things mean a lot to me. That's what
Small but goes a long way.
Yes, yes, and
It means so much.
Miss Debs and Andrew, I came from a large family. There was 13 of us.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 13
Yeah.
of us, and I am used to that. That's what I like. The love, and I'm always looking to share love and share kindness. And when you receive that, and that's what I've received from this family, and I want to say thank you for accepting me and as a part of. I feel like. I feel like I can call Donis, I'm dropping off the bike, or do this. Yes, man, no problem. Like, Donis, I'm down for a race, man. You can check out the bike, and this is before his work hours, Sure, no problem, that.
Yeah.
And I know that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
Or if I show up, he's gonna drop, what he's doing, and he works because he knows I gotta get back to Boom, or those little things. That means a lot to me, Andrew, and thank you very much. And
I just want to interrupt you for 1 minute when you say that you receive the love from us. I feel the same way when I'm at the farm. I mean, Elsa and Jerome, your entire family, even B, Bernadette, your whole family extended, and Ralda, definitely,
June,
you
everybody,
feel all the love, so it's reciprocated, no?
Thank you,
Yeah.
and that's like I said, that's what that's how I was raised, and I know no other way, right? So when I receive that negativity, I don't receive it well. You know, sometimes I get out of character because I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
That's not me. But you guys have been around us and the family, and you are family. You know, every year you're going to be celebrating in what we do, and we look forward to it. My dad was just mentioning, you know, how he had a conversation with you, and it's exciting. Everyone in the family, Andrew, respects what you're doing. You know, I know Elston is watching right now, and he's like, I'm gonna steal the thunder a little bit, Elston, and throw it out there anyways. But he's like, look, you have to leave Andrew alone. He can do his thing. Andrew's got to do his thing. I'm gonna message him and say, like, don't listen to them. Like, don't listen to these officials when you're telling you move, get out the way, right? And you know, he's a
passionate.
Elston is a nice guy. He's probably won't say it, but I'm gonna tell you, like, he's like, yeah, like Andrew know what he's doing, and he will know when to move her. You know, these are little conversations we have behind the scenes. It's funny, like me, Jerome, and Elston, we go behind the scenes and we strategize and dissect things. So, yeah, man, it's about gratitude. And then the final part of it, so obviously thank you guys immensely, but the other part of it is our fans, our supporters, you know?
Yes. It's like you said, without them, there's no show.
Yeah.
So.
Totally. Every week, literally every week. I mean, I stop at the gas station coming up here after I was done my errand, and the guy's like, yo, you heading to the show now, huh? I was like, yeah, man, he's tuning in, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is watching the show. So, you know, I am doing this, and I know Andrew is doing this, but I am really doing this, not for me. I'm doing this because you guys are happy. Because we give you what you want. That's the reason that's the reason I'm here in this seat, and I'll be here next week. And the only time I'm not going to be here is when I have a planned vacation, or if there's no emergency over the show. It's going to be a planned vacation, right? But the reason I am here is, like I said, I owe that to you guys, because you're so tuned into what we're doing, and you love this. You know, Mr. Keith Anderson, right? Mr. Linares, the Rabatu family, the Stewart family, you know, all these folks that Miss Rita and her entire family, you know, Kevin Logan and the entire family, you know what I mean? Like, I can go on and on, and you know, George and his family, you know, Miss Kristen Seberanis, and Miss Beverly Price, and I can, you know, I take, believe me, I watch the names, and I appreciate every one of you guys, and I think we're gonna plan a fan and supporter appreciation show.
You have to. You're right. Exactly.
Where we're just gonna allow you guys to take over the screen and say what you want to say.
Yes.
Call in,
Yes.
and it's gonna be about you guys, because for me,
Agreed.
that is why I'm here. I'm here because of you guys, and I'm happy that you enjoy what we're doing. That makes me happy to be here. You know,
You preempted me, because I was going to say, we need to bring some of those people here. Keith Anderson, the likes of Keith Anderson, you know, Miss Bev.
Totally.
Agreed, Dee.
Yeah, so we appreciate you very, very much. Thank you for making this show a part of your life, and I am beyond grateful to be here, and I'm enjoying this ride with you guys, and we're going to do everything possible behind the scenes to even raise the bar a little bit more.
That's right.
Not forget Mr. Robert Banner as well. He's an amazing supporter, reaches out to us all the time behind the scenes. But I mean, I can go on and on. You see how much I'm passionate about I'm passionate about this, but I'm really humbled by the support that we get everywhere I go. One more shout out I want to give though, Andrew. I was so well received in Crooked Tree about 2 weekends ago.
Okay.
It was amazing. George is gonna pop up a little flyer there, or a little poster, picture there. Oh, you did? Okay, yeah. We didn't touch on it. Sorry, but I want to thank the entire village of Crooked Tree, the villagers of Crooked Tree, the chair lady of Crooked Tree as well, Mr. Ryan Burns, who did a fantastic, Miss Debs and Andrew did a fantastic event. He actually held a sports day. It was more around basketball for the entire village and the kids there, and he gave medals out to everyone. And it was such one of those things that you said, like, it brings that good energy. You were there, and it just the Air Representative, Marconi Leal.
Yeah,
Marconi Leal Jr.
Oh, sorry, I think you may be.
Oh no, not this flyer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had an opportunity to play in the senior game, and it was a lot of fun. But yep. That's actually the winners for that day. But so I don't only ride bike, right? But anyways, yeah, thanks to those guys for doing a fantastic events. And like I said, it's about the children, the kids, the young kids. If it's about the kids, we're there. You know,
That's
so
right.
so I had to mention this event, and thank you, Ryan Burns, for bringing that event to Crooked Tree, and thank you for welcoming me to the village. Really appreciate that. And all the guys say, hey, big up to the show. I'm telling you, so many people are watching this show, Andrew. It's amazing. You're doing a fantastic job, brother.
I have to say thanks.
Good night, guys.
In closing, like I always said, we must share love. Watch what is happening in another part of the world. Innocent people are dying because of war, corruption, and destruction, right?
Right.
These people have they didn't make a choice. Their leaders made this choice. And we are here in Belize enjoying, we are here on the show laughing and smiling. People are dying. People are dying of hunger. You know, the amount of, you know, you can watch natural disasters. We get hurricane, but we get warning. Oh, a hurricane comes, so we get time to get to shelters. So other part of the world, you have tornadoes. You have it, but what like watching the news and see the war and see people, you know, bombs that cost millions of dollars dropping on people that make pennies a day, and they are dying. And I said, I appreciate Part I Live at Belize because we share love, right? And we have fun. I have fun going out there, live streaming race. And we are not a big community, but we are a close-knit community. And we have fun, and we bring joy to people. And that's what life is supposed to be about, joy. When my friends, they call me, they ask me how I enjoy, I say, super great. And somebody like, I mean, super great. It's just having life. I see, friends dying around me, close family members. Lately I've been attending a lot of funerals, and I say, something. I feel lucky to be here. I mean, I don't know when I'll be my day, but I want to live happy until that time. And so I always share love, because to see the smile on somebody's face when you begin the time of the day or let them feel special, that's very important. It's not about having the biggest award plane or having the hugest of house or the millions of dollars, because a lot of these people are not happy. I mean, what's happening? And so I have become dedicated to this thing because of, like I said, the feedback you get from people that they enjoy what you do, it share love, they look forward to stuff like this. And so in closing, I want to say a big thank you to all the fans, everybody who in tune with them cycling and with the sport, with the show, from the bottom of my heart, and I know from the entire crew, I definitely want to say a big thank you. So to everybody, I hope you have a blessed night. I want to say thank you to you, Dee, George, Rochelle, the whole crew, and last but not least, my beautiful wife. Have a blessed and safe Thursday night. We enjoy ourselves. We're going to drink some more wine, and we're going to celebrate the anniversary Monday again, right?
All right.
We out.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn.